I just created a powerful framework how to balance giving and receiving, and I'm sure it will serve you greatly what I'm about to share with you in this video, because it will serve you in so many aspects of your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your overall happiness, because it's a matter of giving and receiving. This cycle, this polarity that actually fulfills you, is the key to abundance as well. So let's make it more tangible. We have relaxation and energy. This is the two principles, the masculine and the feminine. Giving and receiving the same, right, are the masculine and the feminine principle. And we often see this in relationships, and it's the theme why many relationships don't work, but also in business, right? When you're aligning with your mission and you have such a big heart, you want to share, you want to give with people, but at the same time, there might be a block on receiving, or on the other side, might be open to receiving, but have a block in giving. So either way, there's a mismatch. So we need to balance the two. But I want you to understand from a nervous system point of view, dynamics of polarity as well. So we have relaxation and energy. Relaxation, when our nervous system is regulated, we are open, we are relaxed, we are expanded, right? Which is a feminine principle, right? Then we are open to receive, and the receiving comes naturally. When we are relaxed, but also having a lot of energy and expanding that energy, that is natural and healthy giving, because both of them have also a dark side, right? Because receiving, when it's not regulated, the nervous system it's contracted, comes as taking, right? Which is different than receiving. Taking, it's of the ego, it's an unhealthy aspect. Whereas the other aspect, it's overgiving, right? Which comes not from overflow, which is the natural aspect of giving, but comes from sacrifice. And many men, right, because it's a masculine principle, although I want to frame this very carefully, because it's not men and women, it's the feminine energy and the masculine energy, which of course it's in either, if we are a man or a woman, we need to balance the two within ourselves. It's a divine inner union, right? So overgiving, it's sacrificing, it's not a healthy way of giving. When our nervous system is regulated, we have energy, the giving comes natural as an overflow. So if our nervous system is dysregulated, if we are in a lower vibration, if our body is contracted, we feel negative emotions, reactions, we have the tendency to take, because we feel like we are missing things. So relaxation, regulating the nervous system, taking care of yourself first, is the basis for you in order to give. Otherwise, it will be not healthy, right? You will forget yourself, you will be in this cycle. So relaxation, it's such a foundational piece. And what I mean by relaxation is, of course, not staying on the couch watching Netflix. It's doing the practices that help your nervous system relax. And it's not only related to the nervous system, it's the energetic body, it's the mental body, it's the all aspects of yourself that come into alignment. Of course, presence and coming into body here and now is the most nurturing thing for relaxation. When our whole system, our cells are receptive to the universe, to the creation, to intuition, to synchronicities, this is a state of receiving, right? It doesn't mean to receive necessarily only from others, but from in the relationship with the universe. The most receptive we are, meaning being in a state of openness, of relaxation, of higher consciousness, right? In a alpha or theta state, that's a deep state of receiving. And from this space, we can give as our sharing. That means expanding our energy, because we are rich in this regard, right? So this cycle of giving and receiving, it's a healthy way of abundance. This is the way our abundance comes into our lives. If we have a block in either of them, we will block the flow of abundance of life, right? So we need to observe, where are we having a block? Is it either in receiving or in giving? And this is the blocks for feminine energy. There are blocks for masculine. For feminine might be the belief that I need to nurture, save, rescue, right? The mother, overly caring, the martyr, the savior, which might be a block to receiving. And the society puts a lot of this kind of limiting beliefs on us, right? On the other side, in the giving, the masculine, one of the biggest wounds might be the fear of rejection. What if I give, but my gift, my energy is not received, is not welcomed? I don't have food to offer, and then comes a block. One other thing might be the fear of responsibility, which is a big one for light beings, right? Because we care so much about our spiritual practice, our free time, our time for relaxation. What if I put myself out there? I have a lot of obligations, then I lose myself in a way, right? So giving comes also with power and responsibility. So we have to see, where is our block, either in giving or in receiving, and we need to work with those in order to make this cycle flowing, right? And to make the energy move from one to the other, from one to the other. And there's an important distinction how this functions on business, for example, because many people hustle so much in business. Is it your case? Doing in order to receive money, to be paid. But if we are not open to receive, that puts us a lot of in overgiving, right? And in taking, puts us in this. So relaxation, it's the basis, right? Otherwise, if we're slipping into this terrain, it's not going to work. We're not going to have this balance, right? So first of all, is taking care of yourself. But then in business, in order to be in the receiving, to allow abundance to come through us from the universe, through our clients and through other channels, we need to also make our business to create structures, which is the masculine aspect, right? So that then we can choose to be in the feminine in our business, and choose to create the masculine, the business. So we are in a relationship with our business, where our business supports us. The same with the money. We can choose to receive and money to provide, right? So it's an important, with everything we have a relationship, and it's important to notice, what is your relationship with your business? Are you more on the doing, or are you on the receiving? Of course, it's a balance. So depending on the clients, when you're with serving with clients, it's normal, natural to be more on the leadership side, which is more masculine, and it's normal. But then overall, are you more open to receive and letting the business do the work for you, and the money manager, if you want to call it like this? In relationship, the same, right? You can choose which polarity you can be in the relationship. This is very important, because we have both within us, and we can choose depending on the situation in which polarity we want to be. Of course, the most healthy one, if you're a woman, to be in the feminine, and let your partner to be in the masculine in a relationship, and vice versa, right? So in all aspects of our lives, it's important to balance the two, and to unblock the hidden blocks in this cycle, because it's so important. So we need to work first with the relaxation, right? Which is the exhale, right? But we also need to increase the energy, because the prana, the life force, the masculine, right? Because we have overflow and we have from where to give. And it's important, both of them, because if we just relax but don't put out energy, we stay here and the energy drops and we might get here. So it's an important structure or framework. It's many aspects we can go into. For sure, we'll do a more advanced workshop where we'll go into more and take case studies. But I hope you found it at least interesting. You got some value out of it. You find it useful, and also think about what are the blocks in giving and receiving. And I'll see you in the next video.